Drama channels are insanely popular on YouTube. There's the independent ones, the T channels, and the corporations. And although for the most part these channels are no different than news stations that you could watch on cable TV, sometimes they tend to take things a little too far. Now it's important to mention on YouTube your brand is much more personal and likely larger than say a news anchor on Fox. Some of these channels have millions of subscribers that literally watch because their favorite YouTuber hosts the channel and informs them of everything going on in a way that's refreshing and fun. It kinda sounds like our channel. Other times things get a little out of hand and these channels cross the line by either falsely accusing people of things or making up stories altogether. That does not sound like us at all. Today on InformOverload we're counting down the top 5 drama channels that cross the line. What is going on, you gorgeous potatoes? I'm your host Jared Bronstein, and today we're talking about some drama channels. Now if this video leads to us getting involved in some drama, so be it. But I don't really see how, as I'm literally going to be telling you guys about things that have happened in the past, but as we know some channels take things personally and, well, you know, things blow out of proportion. Either way, stick around to the end of this one for some common replies, but for now let's kick it off. Starting our list off at number 5, Drama Alert. If Keemstar sees this video, he'll likely shred me, but that's alright because any promotion is good promotion in my eyes. That's actually not true at all, but facts don't care about your feelings, and the truth is Keem has admitted to going too far before. Now it's no secret people either love or hate Keem, and I'm not going to stand here and talk trash because that's genuinely not who I am. That being said, there was an incident, which we all know actually happened, in which Keem falsely accused a 62-year-old streamer of some very serious stuff back in 2016. Turns out the man he was referring to was already in jail serving time for the disgusting crimes he had committed, and Twitch user RS Glory and Gold, aka 62-year-old Tony, was just a guy that looked like the convict. As you could imagine, when Keem first broke the story, Tony got a lot of hate. We're talking death threats and abuse to the point that he was literally in tears while streaming, proving his innocence to anyone watching as he showed his identification. Now it's important to mention Keem did admit he made a mistake and made a video explaining the entire situation. Although Ethan Klein from H3H3 would bring this incident up as he and Keem recently had a feud, Keem did feel incredibly bad and issued an apology. He dropped a 6-minute video titled "We Got It Wrong, I'm Sorry and We'll Do Better." Throughout the video, Keem explains not only how awful he feels for wrongly accusing Tony of a crime he didn't commit, but also apologized and committed to making things right with Tony no matter what it was he needed to do. At number 4, Shallon Lester. The YouTuber is known for crossing the lines and has spoken about mental health in ways that in general we're trying to move away from. In a time where people are getting more comfortable with mental health, she's mocking things like anxiety, which, well, that's not a good thing to do. She's also gone after celebrities like Selena Gomez and Meghan Markle a handful of times, and although the channel is apparently about giving advice to women and girls, she seems to cover a lot of celebrity drama. Aside from this, she recently made some incredibly rude comments about the insanely popular K-pop band BTS. And as we know, if you say anything bad about BTS, well, the army will come for you. In a now deleted video, Lester, while holding up a poster of BTS, said, I quote, "We have the women of BTS. Look at these people. I don't even know what to call them, boys or girls, because I don't know what they are." She then specifically pointed to one of the members and said, I quote, "You are an Asian man. You don't need to look like a girl named Ashley with chunky highlights and blue eyes. You're allowed to look like an Asian man with dark hair and dark eyes." She then held up a photo of another K-pop band, Monsta X, and acknowledged that it said the band's name, yet still said, I quote, "You can't fool me, this is also BTS. You may say that it's Monsta X, but they got the same haircut, they got the same contacts, there's no way these are different people." As you can imagine, people called Lester out for being racist, and aside from this, she also falsely accused another YouTuber, D'Angelo Wallace, of doxing her when that was not the case. So there's a few things Lester did that crossed the line. At number 3, Kavos. When you're a drama channel, you always want to be the first to break a story. Much like TMZ, if you're the first one to break the news, people will continue not only trusting you, but also coming back for more. Unfortunately, when things aren't as they initially appear, that can only hurt you, and sometimes, when you look a little too hard into things, it can come back to bite you. That seemed to happen with Kavos when he tried to dupe James Charles into sharing some of his personal drama on Twitter. After Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson launched their collaboration on the palette, James, who had a very publicized feud with Jeffree, tweeted out, "Just spent 30 minutes in the Starbucks parking lot filming a Snapchat rant about something bothering me, but instead of posting, I listened to myself rant and then clicked delete. Sometimes it's healthy to have a conversation with yourself before having it with others." Kavos, looking for some drama, replied, I quote, "But now you have told everyone you had a rant about something you felt was important enough to share on Snapchat, which now leads to speculation of what the rant was about, Shane and Jeffree maybe, and defeats the purpose of talking to yourself because now everyone knows." He followed that up with another tweet reading, "Or maybe you just want to make yourself out to be a bigger person, but this is just passive aggressive as F and worse than an actual genuine rant." James fired back tweeting, "Or maybe you're looking too far into it because it had nothing to do with relationships and I decided that it was a topic that's no one's business but my own? F off." But Kavos, having to get the last word, tweeted right back, back, James, what happened to listening to yourself rant and then clicking delete? I was speculating what it was about because that's the door you open up for yourself by posting this tweet in the first place. But James had the last laugh, fully calling the man out, tweeting, "No, you're looking for drama where there is none. Shocking." Kat was trying hitting back saying James is just mad that Shane's palette was better, but it seems James won this one. On to number 2, Sebastian Williams. Once again, another channel who got sucked into this whole James Charles, Jeffree Star, Shane Dawson, Tati Westbrook drama. Williams is one of the more recent ones to have crossed the line on this list. After claiming he had the voice note which accused James Charles of predatory behavior, Williams would actually out the alleged victim, which I mean, come on, man, that's just not what you do. He's since taken that part of the video down, and as you can imagine, got a lot of backlash for posting the video in the first place. Although a lot of people already assumed and had a very strong feeling in regards to who this alleged victim is, that doesn't mean anyone has the right to come out and say who they are. Williams also tweeted out a note claiming he had multiple sources that told him the voice note was fake, and although he would never want to out a victim of he claimed the person who created this alleged false voice note does not belong in the same category as real victims. After apologizing to any victim who had to bear such a secret, he wrote, I quote, "That is a story only they could share and no one else. With that being said, the person who created the voice memo on James does not belong to this category. I want to make that perfectly clear." And in at number 1, Sanders Kennedy. Now it's no secret using Shane Dawson's name will get you a decent amount of views, but if you break the news that he's being investigated by the authorities, well, you'll likely go viral. And although Kennedy did send some photos and information to the Los Angeles Sheriff's Department regarding Shane's past, when he claimed that an official investigation had been opened, well, that's where the guy went a little too far. He's since deleted the videos, but in one of them, as per Insider, there was an audio recording between Kennedy and Sergeant Dave Payne, in which Sergeant Payne is heard saying, I quote, "We don't have enough to call it a crime, but there's a lot of things we have to look through first, and we also need victims." At one point, he also refers to a, I quote, "suspicious circumstance investigation." For those of you unaware, there was no investigation, and Sanders originally titled his video, "LA Sheriff's Department officially opens investigation on Shane Dawson. Survivors urged to come forward." After being called out, he took out the word officially and edited his video prior to deleting it to cut out the part where he said there was an official investigation. This actually led to Shane Dawson's team threatening legal action, telling Insider, I quote, "We're considering all options and we will take appropriate action against Mr. Kennedy to protect and enforce our client's rights." Kennedy then uploaded a video explaining that as per Insider there was no investigation and posted the same thing on Instagram. But yeah, you just don't do that. Just chasing the views and it's not. You're just lying. That does it for this one, guys. Let me know which one of these channels you think took things a little bit too far, maybe all of them, and of course your thoughts down below. If any of these drama channels are watching, I'm all for forgiving and forgetting, although some of the people did go way too far. I do believe everyone can change. Only time will tell regarding the more recent ones. But for now, let's reply to some comments from the video top 10 celebrities that are bad tippers. Sandra Camacho said, "Couldn't expect Kylie to pay a tip when she can't even pay her workers overseas." Woo! I don't know how true that is though. I heard like, yeah, the whole she doesn't pay them, but then apparently she said that she does. I mean, not that I trust her. She said she was a billionaire and then, she's not. I'm joking, guys. I know all the Kylie fans are gonna come for me. I know she got mad at Forbes for saying that. I'm just joking, guys. I'm just trying to have some fun here. I don't know too much about her not paying them. I heard that she wasn't paying them overseas. Then I heard that she said she knew nothing about that. I don't know. I will say though, I don't think Kylie's necessarily in charge of who makes her clothing. If I'm being honest with you guys, I'm gonna say they just use her brand and then someone else takes care of it. If I'm being honest, that's usually how it goes. Alex G said, "Tipping is honestly so dumb to me. Like, why can't restaurants just raise their prices and pay their staff a higher wage?" I agree. I think it's only like a North American thing. Greatest countries in the world. I'm kidding. I'm half American, half Canadian, so I can say whatever I want because I'm both. Tay B said, "I've been a server for years now. I can handle people tipping bad if they are very polite and low maintenance, but to be honest, most people are generous." Honestly, I think it's like a generational thing. I feel like my parents tip 15% and then my generation does 20, at least as far as I'm concerned. I know some people that, think a tip is fully, based on service, which yes it is. But I also feel for, unless the server's like awful to the point where they're like rude or like it feels like they're not even my server. Like even then I always try to leave something. Even when I almost feel like I shouldn't and I'm doing something wrong by leaving a tip. Because why do I want to reward bad service? But it's because they don't get paid enough. It's like a weird thing. It's like an internal struggle. But hey, whatever. Maybe I'm just a nice guy. I don't know. I'm an idiot. That's it for this one, guys. I've been your host, Jared Brodsky. You guys have been watching IO and we'll see you in the next one. And the truth is, Keem has admitted to going too far before. You know who says that, right? Ben Shapiro. That's why I said it. It's just so funny to me when he says it. Facts don't care about your feelings. Oh my god. Alright. I just literally said it just for the laugh. Okay. People will continue. Oh, it's cut off. hey, yeah. That's what we do when the teleprompter's not working. Woo! I don't know. And although he doesn't want to, do you mind scrolling up a little bit? What am I trying to say here? Williams tweeted out, note claiming multiple that the voice note was fake.